good afternoon my YouTube friends, it's Margaret again from Emmy's Orchids, and this is the grow room set up for spring and summer. And you might wonder, oh God, she's at it again. Well, Keith says that. And so I brought, well, I'm utilising a shelf here. There's that big shelf there. And so why am I utilising a shelf? Well, I've got one of these shelves, these brackets here, down on the floor, if you remember, on top of that. And I suddenly thought, well, I need these bigger frags further up, because don't forget, these are all planted in organic media, and especially these big ones here, and they do get quite heavy. So I'm just checking that one. And so I just put this one shelf, and I put the just these four here, and I put the others, which you'll see in a minute, down under that other shelf. And you might wonder, well, why? And it's all to do with the light coming through this south facing window, because the light is now increasing and the strength of the sun is increasing. And what that means is that these orchids, except for the catasetum types, will have to come slightly back, because otherwise they're going to get burnt, and that's no good. And I've also got to find room for all the dendrobium types in our bedroom on the south facing windowsill, and also down in the hallway with the terrariums. I mean, you know, I don't have to do it this minute, but I've got to be thinking, come March, I may well have to bring these orchids back up here, and I've got to find more room. So then what I decided to do is, I thought, should I order another just a shelf like this? And I thought, well, I'm not too sure. So what I did in the end, you remember when I got these, well, two shelves like this, going down there and there. So I thought, well, what I'd do, I'd put one across. I've got that one going across there, so I've had to slightly alter the way these hang. I'd put these here, and then I'd bring this shelf. I've just put those little ties on to stop it moving at all, and I'd bring the phalaenopsis here, and this is Flossie, of course, the pink one, and these have been watered. This is blotchy, this one. That other one's still not opened yet. And this is Dougal. That's still recovering. But if we take a look at Dougal, see, even though I've watered those roots, that bark is now dry. And I think the reason that bark's dry is because we've got this fan here, and as it turns and it swivels round, you'll see it in a minute if it hurries up, then what happens then, it will come along and it'll dry all these here. There we go. This is as quiet as anything. That fan that you can hear is the one, of course that's up there on the wall, but there you go, you see. So it's actually drying these out quite nicely. And then of course I've utilised down this area here, that's the bucket I've just filled up with the 157 TDS, and these all got watered. In fact, that one, you see, that's sphagnum moss is still damp, and that's where the humidifier is. And see, the sun's here already catching this one. So let's no more ado now. What I'm wanting to show you now is two Oncidium types that I'm trying to grow in self-watering, and I've got them through the winter, and I've just done a pH. So let's just have a look what this pH is reading at. Oh, I don't know if you'll see, will you? There we are. 7.58. Oh, I've just nudged it, haven't I? Alright. So I watched the channel Saga, S-A-G-A, and he grows this way, and I think 60 now. I think that would be, yeah, it's flashing now, 1601. Yeah, I think that would be in the parameters of acceptability. So let's just check the TDS. Of course, that's a lot easier to do. I've taken this pH from the one at the front, which I'll show you first. There we are. 137. That's 137. Now the bucketful I've done now is 157. But this has got a TDS of 137. Now hold on while I try and fix this tripod. Right, so I do hope you're going to be able to see what I'm doing at the angle I've got the camera. I'm very warm in here. It's a good job we've got this fan next to me. So we've got the TDS here 137 and 7.5 whatever it was on the pH. So those are fine. Those are all within the parameters that I'm happy with. And now these two should be exactly the same, because the water that they received was the same, and the same fertilised water. So I don't think I need to measure both of them. But let me just give you an idea of what they look like. Not very good. In actual fact, can you see that one? And I was at my wit's end really, and I just thought, well, I don't know whether these are going to make it. And then I had the surprise of my life. So this is not the first one I'm showing you, this is the second one. And if we get it out of here, it's in this container here. And it's just sits with a small amount of water. Here we go. And this is Beallara Peggy Ruth Carpenter. And now, how long have these been this way? Oh, 421. Now, will that be correct? I've no idea. So, anyway, see if I can push this down here. What I've done is I've brought some gravel, just to fill the top bit up. But look, let's have a look. You can see the leaves, can't you? Look at that. I don't know how some of them have managed to survive. But then, it's planted quite low down. Just bear with me a minute while I try and find what I'm looking for. And then, if I can show you, let's just have a look here. Which gave me hope that, that it might pull through. So I've cleaned a lot of these dead leaves. I'm going to stand up and come a little bit closer to see if I can show you. Can you see? There. That growth. Just there. And, I mean, the roots are hydrated. And there we are, you see. So I get algae on here. This is why these have got to be moved now, because they sat in this windowsill area, and of course it's going to be getting too warm. So let's take you back to this area, and this is why I just wanted to put a little bit of this top dressing of this gravel, simply because I've got it potted a little bit low, and there we are. These were washed, boiled and washed. So, I mean, look at the inside of those leaves. You know, it's nothing to be proud of, is it? But until I got it right, until I could understand, and until these could adjust in this method, oh, I've just noticed there as well. I wonder you'll see that. This one here, which way do I turn it? This one there. The sun might be catching it. Just tucked in there now. There. There's another growth appearing. So, the transition period is the stumbling block. Well, I believe so. And you've got to get over that stumbling block, which is very difficult, especially through the first winter. But now I've taken heart that this one's going to be fine. And you see, there's only that much water left in that one. So I may just top this up. So these are going to come on this bottom shelf here, underneath. I'll show you in a minute. These are going to come here. Now let's bring this other one up. Can you see that? This is what has got me on this one. Can you see the leaves? This was seriously objecting. But after taking all these awful leaves off, again, you see, I was surprised. Oops, hold on, and I'll come a little bit closer. I can put that water back into this one where I got it out of. Right, okay, I'm getting up again now. And can you see what we saw? There. A new growth. And it looks quite strong actually. So I couldn't believe it. I'd taken all these mucky sheaths back here, and I've got, you won't see it from there I don't think, I've got green growing tips down there. Can you see? Heading down, and we take it round, can you see the roots? I know the light isn't very good, but I'm going to put it back in here now because I'm dripping everywhere. So I was watching one of the videos of, I don't know his actual name, but his channel name is Saga, S-A-G-A, and he grows in this self-watering method. Well, he grows virtually everything. He's taking a chance at the moment on growing terrestrials, and I thought, well, this one I think is just in lacquer. Might have some grow stone underneath. So, and I explained that the transition period for me was the most difficult. But now I do believe I've got past that difficulty, and thankfully, so just hold on while I try and get the camera off the tripod. Right, can you see now? I'm going to bring that NoID Dendrobium nobile here. Got that catasetum here, that's fine. And when it gets really warm, I will be able to, oops, I've got this leaf, sorry about that, bring the Cattleya walkeriana. Just let me show you. Is it going to allow me to show you? I think that's a new growth down there. You just can't tell at the moment whether it is or whether it isn't. Can you see? Anyway, so sorry about the noise. It's no good rushing. You've got to get things right, so you do it in enough time to because you don't know when we're going to have a really warm day. And I mean, I've got the curtain I can put up here, and so what I did, and you see this big one here, it's like a big spider, isn't it? Manoeuvred it. I had it everywhere. But again, you see, I don't want it to get scorched with the sun, and it's got these markings on it, and now I don't know whether those are stress or what they are. But each leaf, even this newest leaf here, I've still got a little bit on it. So I thought, well, what can I do with this one? So I've manoeuvred it so it hangs here. And if I step back, can you see the window area now? There is the pastoral innocence, and that loves it there. This is Love Castle, and I've put at the moment Beallara Anceps there, and I've got this top shelf clear because I will have to bring some of the other orchids and place them on this top shelf as well. So everything's responding, the sun's penetrating through, and I've got a new centre leaf coming there, and that's the Orchids velcata. So that's that latest Chysis flamingii growing like I don't know what. And there we go. So just a video to show you that's Sideria japonica. That my room never stays static, and the reason it never stays static is because we're in the northern hemisphere. So in the winter months, the dark winter months, I have to put the ones that like it cool but like it bright, I have to accommodate them in other areas. But now it's getting warmer, and the sun, can you see? It's already starting to come through here. The sun will penetrate across here, and these will be fine because the fan, the fan that's up there, it bathes all this area with a nice breeze. And it's hard work, yes, okay, so it's hard work, some either. But at the end of the day, I need to accommodate the needs of the orchids, and of course the odd Hoya. So they're there at the moment, those two Oncidium types. Whether they'll get elevated up in due course, they may well do. See, we're 22.2, 53% humidity, and I've had the humidifier on yesterday. So there we go. Everything's responding, whether it's the daylight hours or the extra warmth of the sun coming through, I don't know. But I think this one's going to be fine, this little Phalaenopsis there. It's just that it didn't like the transition. But look, we've got a little side shoot coming there. And then these have got nice roots. I've no worry about these. The only worry about them is not overwatering them, but just watering them enough. And then I'm going to come up here shortly and I'll water all these, because these are all bone dry now and they'll all need watering again. So thank you for joining me. Take it around this way. There we go. Is it going to focus? Let's see if it'll focus here. No, it's not going to focus over there. I never know how to, sometimes, to get this to focus properly. Zoom in or zoom out, but never mind. Have a good weekend. Take care. We'll be back soon. Bye bye now.